Yo, 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 what's up, everybody, man? Y'all know who this voice is, man. This is Maul, the Golden Voice, which, let me go ahead and plug in that you can follow me all at Brews and Boxing on my Instagram and Twitter page. But y'all know what it is, man. This is the Fade Hour. Go ahead and get your drinks and your smokes ready and let me step aside and let my homeboys introduce themselves.
What up, world? This your boy News, representing Ringside Rave all day. Y'all know what it is to me, man. Sorry for the delay, man. I'm gonna put it all on my shoulders, man. You know, been chilling, been getting faded all day, so I'm already super relaxed. Might as well have brought me up here on a hammock. You know what I mean? Because I'm floating, so I'm ready to talk because I still remember everything about the fights, and I can't remake. I'm sorry, I'm already stuttering. Let me get to the next man. The sour diesel gelato mix got me going crazy.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke from at Free Smoke Boxing. I brought the birthday cake back out, but after today, no more smoking until Friday when I'm in Las Vegas. But I got a lot to say about that Hurd J-Rock fight, so let's get to it.
What's good, Joe? It's Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and I'm just chilling right now, just finishing my, eating my tropical rice and some chicken right now. So I'm about to wash this down with this glass of Merlot. I got to switch it back from this weekend. And I paid for it in the gym. So let's get to it.
Definitely, man. Yeah, let's definitely get to it because the biggest fight this past weekend, we saw a title change hands. Well, two of them change hands. Well, two belts go to somebody else. Exactly. Which was J-Rock getting the comfortable victory over Hurd. Not only did he got the comfortable victory, he became the first one to knock knock Hurd down clean too. No controversial knockdown, a straight knockdown. And from there on, he just did damn near what he wanted to do. So I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on that fight. About how you felt, just in general.
Man, that fight was surprising as hell. It was, we all pretty much picked her to walk through J-Rock. I know myself.
I said if J-Rock had a better chin.
Yeah, I mean,
that don't count though.
That's the difference because we didn't know what type of his that or his punch resistance would actually be able to handle someone who rehydrates the way Hurd does. But yeah, imagine
what was his number? What was he at?
What do you mean? What number?
What
his weight?
Yeah,
I don't know if it was mentioned.
No, I don't think it was. Or if it was, I was probably too buzzed to actually pay attention.
He looked about 185.
I mean, either way, he looked big as fuck as usual. And just for the fact that the second round on, J-Rock had him rocking and rolling, and then that knockout, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, yeah, like Maul said, it shit was clean, like it was a left hook to the temple, and dude's legs went out from right under him, man. Ass to the canvas, man. I was just like, what the fuck?
Pat, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do. So I what's it called? I went out on Saturday. I didn't see the full fights on Saturday evening as they were happening. So instead of listening to the Fox commentary, I played back the Fade Hour live version of it. And in that second round, when J-Rock knocks down Hurd, that is probably one of the funniest moments that I know about Pat Scorpio. He was wilding He was wilding the fuck out. And so if y'all ain't seen the fight yet, or if you've seen it one time and you want to rewatch the ass whooping, do it to the Fade Hour because that commentary was fucking good.
Yeah, like I said, the vodka.
You were drunk as fuck.
Yeah, the vodka had my brain in a headlock.
Yeah, that fight was one of those fights where the scorecard was wide, but like watching it, you was still thoroughly entertained because both of them was bringing it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn the scorecards. I was just thoroughly entertained and privileged to watch that, man. But yeah, shout out to J-Rock. I did not pick him to win. I had Hurd. thought Hurd would eventually wear him down, but when he even at times when he started to wear him down, Hurd, not Hurd, but J Rock would just answer. He stood toe to toe with him, and he just thoroughly, like you all have mentioned, outboxed him. So definitely shout
He
out to
did
him.
more than outbox him.
Right? No, I'm saying he did more than that, but I'm just saying like
That was a domination, really. I only
right.
gave her 1 round.
I didn't even
No, I gave him
score.
2. I gave him 2.
I didn't even really score it after the first. Well, obviously, because I didn't watch it live. But what I did see the first 5 rounds, I mean, I didn't see Hurd winning around there.
I gave him like an early round, but it was like I said, it was never nothing that was so clear that you can be like you can really make a clear case for him. But
I thought that J Rock whipped his ass. Like, I mean, let me get straight to it. I'm not
He did.
like
I'm right after news.
he exposed that Hurd's inside fighting was lacking heavily because he connected over and over and over again on short right hooks on the inside. I don't know if it had to be Bread. If anybody reads Bread's mailbags and the way that he breaks down fights, you know that Bread broke Jerry Hurd down to a scientifical equation or some type of Philly thing he did, but he exposed Jerry Hurd. You know what I mean? And if I would have seen that fight before Hurd Lara or before Hurd Trout or anything like that, I would have never thought Hurd would stood a chance against Jamel Charlo. the way that J Rock took him apart, it was too easy. So
kind of just
props to them.
Yeah, without a doubt. Huge props to J Rocks and Breadman for putting together that plan. But if you guys have been listening to us for a while, one of the first casts that we ever did, not on Ringside Rave, but just together as a crew, was Hurd versus Lara. And like, I don't know exactly what I said, but ever since that time, News and I had been on that. Swift wins by just outlasting you by by taking an ass whooping. There's nothing, and this fight kind of reinforced it. There's nothing that he does outside of combinations that is really that special. I mean, his main advantage, and don't get me wrong, like Hurd is a cool dude. He's very approachable. He rocks with the fans and all that stuff. But as a boxer, like he's not that good. And
I don't know. I'm gonna just say that.
I don't know, man.
They
Niggas
had
don't win
the perfect plan because I've never seen not even Lara take him apart like that. Like I've seen Lara beat him from the outside. I don't think that Hurd could have boxed, and I said it before the fight. I didn't think that Hurd, and that's why I said to Pete because Pete was talking about inside fighting, and I had responded to Pete saying that that's Hurd's specialty is actually fighting on the inside, and then that's how he was going to get J Rock. And I was totally wrong because that's exactly where J Rock beat the hell out of him at on the inside.
Right. Yeah, the uppercuts. I mean, I've never seen someone get hit with so many uppercuts since Ortiz and Josecito Lopez. Like Hurd must have absorbed at one point 5 uppercuts in a row in one round. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, adjust to that shit, bro.
You know, thought that was his best.
I mean, all he did was just go to the ropes, which was also kind of odd to me. Usually he's the one that's bullying people around, but he
was getting walked down that time.
Ropes.
So that shot that that J Rock landed in the second round, the knockdown punch was just like the end of his combination, and it was actually the punch that I think he landed the least clean. But the combination that he put Hurd down with in the second round, it didn't look that bad because Hurd got right up. But that was a nasty-ass combo. And even though he was walking forward and coming forward because that's what he does, Hurd really didn't want any of that shit that was coming back to him because he was just getting punched in the face 3 or 4 times in a row consecutively all night.
It was one corner just thoroughly.
That was embarrassing.
one corner was just thoroughly better than the other corner. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus.
Yeah, no, Hurd's corner was kind of incompetent, like especially with
Putting Vaseline in his eye. Like,
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Like there was one
I
round.
forgot about that.
Yeah, like there was one round where like Hurd is just trying to get the Vaseline out of his eye while J Rock is letting these spades on him in the corner. I was like, damn, your corner's about to cost you a victory over some stupid shit.
It was on that Mike Tyson Buster Douglas corner shit, man.
yep, with the water balloon in the eye.
Right.
I knew it was something wrong. when I seen him in George Mason. I said it.
What?
Man, they were fighting in George Mason's arena. Like I'm thinking like the heavyweight champion. I mean, not the heavyweight champion. The junior. Damn, man. Like I said, man. Listen.
Junior middleweight.
I'm gonna have to do a sponsorship for like sour diesel or something, man. Yeah, it's like it'd be messing me up. But yeah, the junior middleweight champion of the world fighting in George Mason. Like I don't even want to see March Madness games played there.
Oh, okay.
I heard from George Mason since like 06 when they had a little run in the Final Four.
Right. What name did the Flyers or something?
Yeah.
George Mason Flyers. Well, yeah, like, and he defended his belt there. I'm like, oh no. And then to get dropped in front of your people, and then get your O took, then your belt took, and you got busted open.
Mad concussions.
Like, come on, man. Damn.
No,
everything went wrong.
The only thing that was appalling is he came into Redskins gear and the Redskins band. That was the most appalling thing that he did. More, I mean, it could be incompetent, but Redskins is unforgivable. We don't play that shit around here.
I mean, he was in Washington, so I mean, close to Washington, so.
Right.
So he got himself a Philly jersey or something like that to represent. Not no fucking Redskins or fucking bums.
I haven't watched the PBC commentary yet to see the fight, but I heard that they were really biased.
Oh man, it's so if you saw, I mean, the judges' scorecards were obviously bullshit because I mean it was in Hurd's, backyard, but Joe Goosen and who's the other just like random like typical white dude that does football sometimes?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm not Tessitore, but I know you're talking. I can't call it.
Not Tessitore.
Tessitore is ESPN, but yeah, kind of the same
just
guy.
like one of those like fill-in white guys. They were so like, and Lennox wasn't as bad, but they were so going with the company line that it was like, come on, like. Yo, you guys need to at least hide this bias. Like, take some shrooms before the fight, and we'll see it differently.
I'm about to watch it and see.
It was also some media too. Like Dan Redfield actually had Hurd winning like 114, 113.
I heard that he didn't get to eat that day before the fight, so
yeah,
I'm sure his scorecard was all types of mess.
Yeah,
he probably scored around 10-4 or something.
Dude, let's move it along a little bit. What do y'all think is next for both fighters?
A rematch.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Hurd has the clause, has a rematch clause, so he's gonna invoke it. So whether we like it or not.
But is it an immediate rematch clause though?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
No. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that sucks. Man, I hate when I see guys thoroughly dominated getting rematches. I was just saying that about the fight, one of the
fucking
dog fight. Yeah, like I hate when you get thoroughly dominated, you don't come back and win. Like like I was saying during the live show, like when I show you what these hands are, you got to believe it. You don't come back like, no, he just got over on me that day. He was just a better man. Like, no, okay. So like, if you give me like a black eye or a busted lip or something like that, you may have just been a better man, right? You close my eyes, put me in the hospital, and all this stuff. You were more than the better man. You whooped my ass. You beat my ass. Like, why am I coming back for more? Unless I'm coming to shake your hand or be a part of your training stable.
The only issue is if you don't take an immediate rematch clause, who the hell is he gonna fight?
So here's the thing: the only people outside of Hurd's camp and Hurd's brain doctor that would be excited for that. No, they're the only people that would be excited for that rematch because they're not going to wait like a year or something like that, which is how long the Hurd should be out. I mean, I didn't see anything about him having a concussion come out in the media, but I guarantee that he caught at least one or two, and he should take like some serious time off. And if J-Rock and Breadman did that to him the first time, what do you think they're going to do to him the second time?
Right, because not Bray got actual footage.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, Hurd is, for what he is a good fighter, and he ends up winning his fights. In terms of boxing skill, like breaking shit down on a technical level, J-Rock will always be better. And now we found out that he can withstand Hurd's punch. So, like, an immediate rematch to me sounds like a recipe for another ass whooping.
Right.
Unless he makes some changes to his damn corner immediately, but I doubt that happens.
So here's the thing. I mean, if you guys remember some of the fights where a guy has their first fight with a new trainer, everyone says that like that's when you're most vulnerable because you're trying to pick up new things and like you're kind of in flux. So and plus the stuff that Hurd has issues with aren't
it's
things.
Right.
It's not things.
It wasn't even competitive enough to warrant a rematch.
It's
man.
not
like,
stuff you
could see Hurd come back and win.
You fix in a 4-month camp. It's something you fix over like years of working.
He needs to fight Tony Harrison next. Willie Nelson next. We'll fight Willie.
I think he should come back in December. I think he should come back in December, if anything, because again, he did come back from the shoulder injury. I believe it was, or the arm injury, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he fought Jason Wellborn. Well, like you said, it was a tough fight. Then he fought J-Rock, and he took punishment, which either he may not be back ready or what, but to not take any credit away from J-Rock, because like I said, he had an excellent plan. Hurd maybe need to just take off, like another 6 months, come back in December and try again to get his arm back, or whatever, get whatever it is fixed, because he got dominated way too easily.
Let me ask y'all this though: who do you think J-Rock prefer as far as stylistically, the Harrison or Charlo?
Harrison.
J-Rock.
Harrison.
Yeah.
No, J-Rock.
Who does he? No, I'm talking about not who wants the face, but I'm talking about who matches up better for him.
Charlo, 100%. Charlo's a headhunter, as we've seen recently, as we're about to see in a couple of weeks here. Charlo can get thrown off his game easy, and the fact that Big Charlo did what he did to J-Rock, like, that adds to it. No, stylistically, J-Rock is all wrong for little Charlo. Charlo.
I agree.
I honestly, I think J-Rock would have an easier time with Harrison, because pretty much, because
Harrison's a better boxer than Charlo.
Yeah, Harrison can actually box.
But Harrison also has a stamina tank. That's the problem.
But I mean, you can fix stamina issues way quicker than you can fix boxing. Like,
you cannot fix stamina issues. No, if that was the case, Canelo would have.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if those stamina issues will come into play against another boxer like J-Rock. That could come into a play with a guy where he's like a Hurd or Charlo, where he's got to fight them off. But against a guy like J-Rock, it'll be a slow pace, kind of more chess matchy kind of. So
Harrison is gonna slow Charlo down in the second fight by like 12 punches around.
I hope that's not the case, because I don't want to see that battle. I don't want to see that bullshit. The first fight was that bullshit, and I didn't like it. He better pick up his work rate. Shit.
No, I'm saying he is gonna take Charlo out of his game, and not to transition that fight, but I think he, what's it called? J-Rock would have a much better time with Diet Charlo.
I don't see it that way. I know we talking about like, and we using Tony Harrison, but I thought that Jamel Charlo easily won that fight the first time. Like he clearly won. To me, I thought it was a robbery. I didn't think it was disputable. I didn't think it was close where I would think Tony Harrison lost. I thought it was a flat out robbery. So
yeah.
So for me thinking that, I'm thinking Jamel Charlo is about to go and just clear it up for the people that got it wrong, just get his belt back. Like I don't see him as he's coming off a loss, but I don't see him as coming off a loss. I thought he beat Tony Harrison the first time, so he's just about to get his belt back. Now he's telling me he's going to fight J-Rock, and because J-Rock had a nice performance against J Hurd, which is good, he did. I still don't think that J-Rock's going to beat Jamel Charlo.
What?
I don't think that J-Rock's going to beat
see
Jamel
it?
Charlo.
You don't see it?
Check
No.
out the geometry of the situation.
I didn't say he would, but I think he have I don't know. I like that matchup more.
Yeah, I would like the matchup, but I think the matchup would be better for J-Rock and Tony Harrison because I don't think Tony Harrison is really as good as Jamel Charlo. I think we're going to see that when they get in the ring again.
Mm-hmm.
Like once it's judged, I don't know. Like I had Jamel Charlo winning like 8 or 9-3 or 8-4 or something.
Yeah. Around my school, I think it was like an 8-4-2. Like something.
Yeah.
It was like clear.
Yeah, I did. Then I watched that shit again.
So I didn't think Tony Harrison looked good. So I would think J-Rock, who I think would be on the level of a Jamel Charlo, would have an easier night with the Tony Harrison than he would with the Jamel Charlo because Jamel Charlo can box. Like he can box. He has been on this headhunt thing for the last couple of fights ever since Erickson Lubin. He's been on his headhunter thing.
Nah, from Hatley.
Since Hadley. Yeah, it was. When he got that knockout on Hadley,
Yeah, that vicious knockout.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's not the greatest boxer, no, but we used to refer to Jamel Charlo as the boxer.
The better boxer, right? Yeah.
He was the boxer puncher.
Right. So I'm not going to forget that he has those tools in his shed, and I think that he'd give J-Rock more trouble than the Tony Harrison will because he's about to beat Tony Harrison. So
yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, shout out to the Midwest, but
I'm actually gonna fade hours since you all need to hear this. I guess I'm actually gonna bet on that fight. I'm gonna join
Charlo Harrison. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the ranks of degenerates such as Pat and gamble my money away on the Harrison decision.
I'm not doing any betting until July 20th. So
yeah, I know you are.
Exactly. You're right, Pete.
Oh,
I'm doing that too because, and I know that's down the line, but I said it before. Keith Thurman's going to beat Manny Pacquiao.
Mm-hmm.
If he beats him, he's gonna take a proper beating in the process. But I'm undefined in that one.
But speaking of a proper beating, man, ESPN had a card, and yes, the fight that led it off was a rematch with Dogbo and Navarrete. And me and Pat were discussing because we got caught flipping back and forth trying to keep up with it.
Hell yeah.
And just about every time we turned it back to the ESPN card, Dogbo was getting punched around the ring, even though he was answering back. But
it was like that fight was ridiculous. Like Dogbo was in trouble as early as round 2. And the funny things too, like Navarrete would be like punching this nigga around the ring, and all of a sudden Dogbo would fire back. He would fire back hard. Like, okay, so it's gonna be one of those fights. But it was almost at times like a 5-1 to 7-1 like punch combo, like punch
right.
rate. And he just kept on. It was just kept on increasing. Like Navarrete was on his Margarito shit right there. Like the height, the work rate, and the reach. Like he was punishing Dogbo. It's like something serious. And
it got to the point where Andre Ward was pissed they hadn't stopped the fight, man. He was the only one to cuss on air, man. He was pissed.
Yo, Dogbay's father was like, I think it was like 10th round, talking about, I'm gonna stop this fight. Okay, and okay, stop the fight, but lets him out of the corner. Like, what the fuck? It's like he lost control of his corner, and Dogbay, like, his face was all lumped up and everything until finally, in the final round,
Dogbay's,
he finally got stopped.
I didn't see I only saw portions of this fight, but everything I saw in it, Dogbay's eyes were closed, or he was getting punched in the face.
Yeah, it's kind of like what y'all was just saying earlier. Yep, not to cut you off, it's what y'all was saying earlier. How you get your ass thoroughly whooped in the first fight, and then you want to run it back immediately? Like, what the fuck did you see in the first fight to make you think you run it back immediately? Like, what did you see when you watched it back? Like, you know what? Right. Nah, we gotta run this back.
Yo, Niho was looking like E.T. mixed with Andre Berto after the first fight, and he's like, yo, we need to run this back again within 6 months. Not even. I mean, I thought that first fight was in like January or some shit.
No, it was in December. That was
the Loma. That was a Loma Pedraza card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after that one, like, Dogbay could barely talk. And like his eyes were forming another eye.
And then he's saying he want to go up to 126 on top of that.
Yo, someone in the Cali said Dogbay versus Rigo.
And Rigo content with fighting these 122 newspaper delivery boys, man.
Oh, I think that Rigo would almost knock Dogbay's head off its fucking axis.
Man, Rigo fighting these newspaper delivery boys, man. I don't even know about Rigo no more, man. Like,
I mean, he's gonna be on the PBC. He's gonna be the co-main for Harrison Charlo too.
Yep.
Yeah, so he knocks that cat out.
Yeah, but the thing though with Dogbay is just like he had 2 hard fights within 5 months of each other. Like hard fights, like that. I mean, that's the recipe for someone to get.
No. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let you finish your point, but I'm at the Kanye this. He didn't have any hard fight. He did not have a hard fight at all. We need to make a new ranking system because this is the fade hour, and we're talking about fades. A hard fight is a competitive fight. Go back and forth and take the little scuffs and bruises. He got his ass beat twice. He got his ass whooped 2 times within 6 months.
He got CTE.
That's what we gotta make sure. Person,
but he got CTE.
But I mean, like I said, those are the type of fights because just last year he signed that contract with Top Rank. So if Bob wants to protect his investment, he's gonna need to go on that Oscar Valdez plan and get himself a couple of soft touches.
Right.
And then we get to see where Dogbo actually is. Like, did those fights ruin him? Because, like I said, they were bad beatings, or can he actually be saved from himself?
I don't think Dogbay.
Who the hell gonna beat at 126?
I mean, it's Monday. I don't think Dogbay knows where he is yet.
No, he can't. It was bad, man. And then you know what? The main event happened, and they were trying to hurt each other.
Yeah, Breazeale and Vargas.
Yes, man.
They were trying to hurt each other.
Yes, we fired up a cast for that one, which was pure entertainment.
How Vargas should go.
I mean, Vargas absorbed like heavy bag combinations. Like it was fucking ridiculous how much of a beating
he might be done.
Oh, he's been done.
Probably is done.
Yeah, what type of beating he took? He took that beating of when you just get the video game.
Yeah, you play it. Yeah,
you just get the game right. You go to the training dojo. Bro, you try all type of combinations against the dummy and just keep walking up on you. You just keep doing all what you want to do.
I swear on my parents, I was about to say that when you turn that bitch up when you first get it, and them niggas just whoop the fuck out you. When Kano whoop your ass on Mortal Kombat.
Not even against the human opponent. I'm talking about when you're training. You get to try all your combinations. That's what Bertha was doing.
And it was like Vargas was trying, but like he got no punch resistance no more. That shit is over with.
I think it was something ridiculous. Like he hit Vargas, it was like 292 times in 6 rounds, and 247 of those was power punches. Right, in just 6 rounds.
if you land 292 punches in a 12-round fight against a defensive fighter, that's a good number. In
Like I
6
said, he was
rounds.
right. He was
6
bringing. Like
rounds.
Vargas was bringing. Like he had times where you like, oh shit, and then no, that shit got evaporated
Yo,
real quick.
so Vargas had that great fight with Orlando Salido,
That's
aka
what did it.
I beat Loma on Muhammad Ali Day,
That's what did it.
and ever since then, like I feel like he's been catching wreck.
Yeah,
That's what did it.
that's what did it. I mean, the Miura fight where he outshined Canelo Cotto, and then that fight with Salido. Yeah, I mean that's like the perfect recipe to
Yeah,
the fighter. And yeah,
and he's caught some bad cuts.
yeah, the bad cuts, and then
Mhm.
and the cuts came into play too because he was bleeding. I think from his a bridge of his nose or something like that, and his face was all lumped up. I mean, by the 6th round, they threw like almost 1,100 punches, somewhere around that number, both of them,
Right.
like combined. You know, shit was the was off the chart.
249 out of 1,100 punches landed total between the two of them by one fighter. That's a solid ass whooping.
Mm-hmm. Now
Like,
what?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Bercho landed 249 power punches or 247 power punches in the first 6 rounds on Vargas.
Yo.
Yeah, when the fight stopped, Bercho already had like 292 total punches landed.
Yeah, it's
not thrown, landed. He was already over. He was about at 800 punches thrown.
That would have knocked out Pat.
I remember when the fight first started, midway through the first, all of us on the cast was like, this shit not going 12. There's no way in hell this shit was gonna go 12, man.
I mean, it was the pure definition of rock'em sock'em. It was like boom, 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 boom. Like, I mean, but the thing is, Breazeale was not like. I mean, you didn't see it. Like, his face was pretty much immaculate. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't show the effects of the punches.
Side pause for Pat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Breazeale has been like beasting something crazy. Like, I mean, you 5, 6, 7 punch combinations landing all flush. It was fucking ridiculous. But he showed no effect from that fight.
Look at this, man. Listen, first round, Breazeale landed 16 power punches. Vargas landed 16. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Second round, Breazeale landed 48 power punches. Vargas landed 24.
Yep.
Third round, Breazeale landed 41 power punches.
Yes.
Vargas landed 23. Fourth round, Breazeale landed 47 power punches.
What?
Vargas landed 19. Fifth round, Breazeale landed 50 power punches. Vargas landed 25. Sixth round, Breazeale landed 45 power punches.
Mm-hmm.
Vargas landed 6. Like, that's how it was going. Just nothing but power punches over, and that's all he was throwing at him.
There was no jab.
I mean,
and landing like that. Those are not thrown. I'm saying landed, not thrown. Those are all landed punches. 16 was his lowest. Then he landed 48, then 41, then 47, then 50, then 45 in a round on one man's face and kidneys.
Could you imagine getting like
just lit the fuck
10
up.
right crosses and 5 left hooks to the face or body within 3 minutes? And then have that shit happening again.
And then again.
Like, yo, I can't even.
And then again.
Like, yo, like the last.
How many punches is that? We have to do the math, though, right?
It's 46.
50 punches. They said he. Let me see. I'm gonna do the math, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, the power shots.
Oh, the last time that I had to throw down, I got punched twice. And that was like, nah, I don't want to do that again. Imagine getting punched 45 times in 3 minutes. No, for real. Like,
and the wild thing is, too, Vargas didn't go down from that beating.
I remember, Pat, a long time ago, you told us that you sparred a professional, like, mini boxer, and that dude, like, you know, lit you up. Did he hit you like 45 times in 3 minutes?
No. course.
The fuck is a mini boxer though? Like a professional.
Pat would have to shoot him.
I mean, like I said, in terms of sparring, like the hardest I was ever hit by was from someone who was like a super middleweight, and I don't know what the fuck was in his gloves, but every time that he hit me, I felt I heard this humming, like it almost busted my ear.
That's called concussion.
No, I wasn't concussed. All I know is it was like every time he hit me, it's like it's just this humming noise. I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble.
You mean like your cell phone vibrating, or like what
exactly.
kind of
Yeah, it was like this loud humming. Every time he was saying, and like he almost busted my eardrums too. It was like that shit was bananas. You know, I was like, I had to stop sparring for a little bit after that one.
Yeah, I could never imagine being hit that many times in one like short minute, like in a 3-minute round, like getting hit that many times.
Yeah, I think man, I just did the math. Y'all ready?
Yep, I love.
He got hit with 6 rounds. That's 18 minutes of action. Pause. 292 punches landed, but 247 were power. I broke it down to the second. On average, that's a power punch landed every 4 seconds.
Yikes.
Can you imagine standing in front of somebody and every 4 seconds they are hitting you either in the face or the body?
For how many minutes?
A hard shot?
18 minutes.
For 18 minutes. Every 4 seconds.
Assault and battery.
Yo, so just
that almost reminds me of like this movie where I forgot what the name of the fucking movie is, but like it was like something in like Japan or China, where like some guy was in the army and he shamed them.
Or Asia.
So they all like, so he had to like sit down and they all got up in a line and just like started spitting on him and then punched him in the face. And after like 10 punches, he had like all like bloodied up. Like just so imagine like thousands of people like just standing in line and punching you in the face one by one. I feel like that's what it would be like.
And I don't think Vargas went down, did he? Man. Was there a knockdown? Did Vargas go down?
No.
Yeah. The Bandit. That's the Bandit.
Yo, so think about this for a second. When we see like some high-level defensive boxers, they limit their opponents to sometimes, or if we see Broner fight, you'll see like 30 punches or less in a round.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
And no, it's not shots fired. It's facts stated. And so then you imagine this dude is hitting you with 45 punches in a round. Shout out to Vargas for not going down, but I would say it's retirement time for him. Yeah. Isn't he from Mexico?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, that's the El Bandit.
Like one of those paychecks from a couple years ago should have put him plush.
Man, nah, man.
I mean, it's the sometimes you can't let the game go. I mean, that's how it is with most
man,
they have to be
romanticized
romanticized over there, man. Like, you know how we have where they used to talk about the old West and the Cowboys,
Wild West,
and or Billy the Kid and them. I think these Mexican fighters over there, they got these Mexican boxers, they gotta have some type of folklore or something where, by them being a professional fighter, they get some type of major respect or something, because these guys fight like if as long as their heart's still breathing and then they're clear of mind, no matter what happened, like you can probably beat them to their jaw hanging off. They're still going to come forward, like the Terminators, all of them.
So
Mexican fighters are amazing.
Mexican or Asian fighters, especially Asian fighters, would have to collapse.
One of the best analogies that I heard for that was, if you guys remember the unreleased song off the Chronic, I think it's puffing on blunts and sipping Tanqueray or something like that. Yeah.
That's the reason why I first drunk Tanqueray, because of that song. Like that.
So someone once said that Corrupt was rapping like a homeless dude begging for change. And so if you kind of imagine that like these Mexican fighters that get thrown in the pro ranks at like at the age of 15 or 16 or something like that, to even get there, like the kind of fucking shit that they must have thrown down in the gym must have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because you're learning the sport on the job. You know, there's no.
And you're fighting for your survival and your livelihood.
Shout out to Canelo.
Shout out,
turned pro at like 15.
Yep.
I was gonna say shout out to Canelo.
Let me
shout out to JCC Jr. for even going through those ranks. Not that he went through the super struggle, but going through the Mexican ranks on the come up. Even though he's not good, but.
Let me ask y'all this before we wrap up, man. Wrap up the cast. How do y'all think this Dillian White situation is about to play out?
We definitely got to talk about Wilder. Breazeale, my boy, is back.
Yeah, you know that's coming. And isn't it the WBSS this upcoming Saturday as well?
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
what situation are you talking about specifically?
Just something about the mandatory, because then they say something about him versus Fury, and then Fury was like, "Nah, I don't think that should happen because," or some shit like that. Because I don't know if y'all saw it, but yeah, I think they were trying to.
I don't even know what they're talking about, man.
Right,
Wilder's facing this mandatory.
White is on record like rejecting like 2 different fights, like literally rejecting 2 fights. So at this point, if you're rejecting fights, then I can just care less of whatever struggle you have for your mandatory.
Right. That's what it is. Like, White is just saying that he shouldn't have to face Fury. If it come down to it, he need to be next in line to fight Wilder because he's been waiting his chance patiently and all that. That's basically what the little bit of chatter that happened late last week.
Well, I mean, if Wilder retains his belt against Breazeale, then he's the mandatory.
I hope that Dillian White faces Wilder instead of Tyson Fury because I think that Wilder would knock White the fuck out.
And I'd be right there cheering.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be cheering. We would say, hey, I'm sorry to his family and all that stuff. Then we cheer.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, whoever's got the reverb, turn that shit off.
That's the noise Dog Bay was hitting. That's what Dog Bay was hitting.
That's what.
That's how he was hearing after Saturday. Hurd was
Dog Bay woke up hearing that on Sunday.
Damn, Hurd legs was in the air after he got knocked down. What the fuck, man?
Pause.
Yeah, I mean, you said pause, but damn, that shit caught me. And Pat was that nigga's down.
Yeah.
Nigga, fuck the Redskins. Fuck you, giving the Redskins scared.
I mean, it all makes sense.
Yeah, because news had to delay. I was like 15 seconds after Pat. Pat was spoiling the hell out of it, man.
Yo, Pat has like super. I mean, what are we?
Are we
surprised? I mean, Pat drinks moon beer and eats fucking moon sushi, and he's like a minute ahead of us.
Yeah, I reset my cable box and everything. I was like, damn, is my shit not up to date?
Yo, if Hurd was listening to our cast and like fucking heard Pat, he might have put his glove up and blocked that shot.
Yeah, he's just blocking shit with his face, man. That Margarito shit came back to bite him.
No, I'm just saying that whether it's the Zone, like Showtime, ESPN, Fox, Pat is consistently like 18 to 24 seconds ahead of us in fights.
Every time, dog.
Every time, whether it be a West Coast fight, an East Coast fight. I think he's got some type of...
At least I can explain why because news streams this stuff. He has like the TV streaming services or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's always a delay with that one, but I mean, I have Files. I mean, that's news to me that Files is like 30 seconds or whatever ahead.
Pat, let me ask you this though. Why do you think Mike Lee could be wrong for Caleb Plant?
Yeah, I was surprised when you said that.
Mike Lee is a light heavyweight. He's fought as a light heavyweight, and like I said, I don't think much of him as a fighter, but he is pretty durable, you know. And also too, I mean, he can go the distance. So that's why I'm thinking, like I said, you know, picking Mike Lee to drop down to 168. I just have that feeling that may bite him in the ass.
Bro, when the hell have you seen Mike Lee fight? Like, I don't know if anybody else have. I know I haven't. So I was like,
Rez has probably seen him fight.
Right.
I've seen him fight.
I know. We know you have, Pat.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, Pat probably have seen him in person. Now they ain't telling me.
I think I've only
seen the Subway commercials. I mean,
I think I've only seen him in the fucking Subway commercials.
Right. Like, how the fuck Pat does this shit, man?
I mean, even still, we just seen Sweet Hands. I thought we all agreed that that y'all are not going to doubt Sweet Hands again after he just put on that performance.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna doubt him. Like he got busted up and he gassed out. That's a no. That's not the first fight he's done that. I just said, like,
you wouldn't even pick Mike Lee to be.
Nah, he's not gonna do that.
You wouldn't even pick him to be Big Uzi, but now you're picking him to beat Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant got gassed out. But he wouldn't
need to beat Caleb Plant. But I'm thinking that just something may go wrong in that fight.
I mean, if as long as it ain't a W, as long as it ain't an L, that's all that matters, man. Like,
yeah, go ahead, News.
Nah, I mean, Mike Lee, like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I mean,
it's Mike Lee.
I'm sorry,
right?
but no, man. Like, I know you guys, asking Pat, like, have you seen him? But Mike Lee is like the most generic.
The name, right?
Like, no, like if you look at him, like Mike Lee look like he can be your like assistant, like the assistant supervisor at the job or something. Like it's just like your supervisor fighting. He's not about to beat Sweet Hands, man. Sweet Hands fought too hard to get where he is to lose to a Mike Lee.
Yo, man. If he loses to Mike Lee, he might lose Jordan Hardy too.
No, man. And shout out, we got to respond that as Mrs. now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
I ain't gonna speak on the Wiz because he ain't about to come lay my ass out. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Sweet Hands. He putting hands on everybody around here. Mike Lee, I understand you're getting your opportunity, but this is you know what I'm saying? My man Caleb Plant on honeymoon, man. He getting off honeymoon by to run up this bag and get right back on honeymoon and right back.
What are you guys
Jordan
talking
Hardy.
about? Did he marry her?
Yeah.
They're married.
Yeah. Did they actually get
talking about that shit?
Did they have the wedding?
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They did all that. Right.
They did.
Yeah, I didn't see that. All I remember was he was down on one knee after the Uzi fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got married. That's his wife
Yeah,
now. So
he gonna whoop Mike Lee's ass.
Yeah, he better pick up this bag real quick, get back on honeymoon, enjoy the rest of his time with his wife, come back in 2020, and then get a legit fight. Like,
did you say 2020?
Yeah, you got to take. Yeah, you got Jordan Hardy. You got to take the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, if anything else, shout out to Plant for wifing Jordan Hardy. Shout out,
that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to boxing's white chocolate.
Yep.
Right.
Inside the PVC.
What's it called? Caleb Plant is the boxing version of my commentary. Yeah. Holla.
Straight up. Straight up.
Silly.
I ain't silly. I'm just speaking the truth.
That's funny. Now when I see Caleb Plant fight, that's funny.
Caleb Plant, when we meet up, I will take a picture with you.
Straight up.
Caleb Plant's that dude, man. But I
remember the live cast we did when he came out wearing being sponsored by the Diamond Company.
Yeah,
News got the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, News
was
that's
like,
my news going
diamonds.
Diamonds.
Come on, man. You already know he about to win now. He swagged up too. Oh yeah, he got this.
He did.
He got this too.
Wait,
when I seen that,
didn't you call him swag hands?
Yeah.
Swagheads, yeah, Caleb Swagheads. That boy came out with the Avion the Jewelry shorts on. Come on, man.
Straight
That boy
up.
got Jordan Hardy in tow as the wifey. That boy living life to the fullest. He about to give Mike Lee that work and hop right back on honeymoon. Like I said. But I wanted to say real quick, like I said, about the Wilder Breazeale fight. Man, it's over for Breazeale, man. I don't have to be,
Yeah.
I'm not neutral. I'm not neutral. It's not a call it down the middle thing here. This Deontay Wilder fighting now. It's time. It's time. The Dominic Breazeale is about to get slept. It's crazy because when fights like this is when the world gets shown that everything doesn't have just the fairy tale ending. Because Dominic Breazeale in the book he's supposed to win this fight. He's supposed to avenge everything that's wrong in the world and knock Deontay Wilder out and take the belt.
Man,
But
he about to get slumped.
yeah, the real world for him is more like a nightmare. Because
I don't see he don't to me, in my opinion, bro, not to cut you off, I just don't see him having the quickness enough to avoid and the quickness or boxing skills to not get slumped. I just don't see it.
you know what's crazy about this fight though is that the quiet one, who is Pat, he don't even care the fact that Dominic Breazeale don't have the skill. Anything that Dominic Breazeale does in the ring is good for him because he's going to talk about the lack of skill that he sees in Wilder. That's what's going to happen. And so it don't even matter. This is like for him. It's going to be like this is going to be like so when we watching the fight. If we do a live thing, this is going to be the live equivalent of somebody playing with house money. It's going to be like it doesn't matter if Dominic Breazeale lands in a right hand. It's going to be like the biggest right hand. Like,
I mean, I will say
it's
this.
house money.
I will say this: if Dominic Breazeale decisions Wilder clearly, I'm going to go in about Wilder's skills.
If Dominic Breazeale beat Wilder, there's nothing to even talk about. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, News ain't even going to come on his own podcast.
I'll be here.
Let this go to the cards, man. Pat gonna have a field day if this make it to 12. Man.
Yo, if it makes it to 8, like, what are you talking about? If Wilder shows any struggle, which he will, of course we're gonna shit on him.
Yeah.
But shout out to Bronze Bomber being a good personality.
He's gonna bomb Breazeale out of there, man.
Yeah, he mentioned something. Wilder mentioned something about tomorrow he's gonna have a big announcement, so I'm anticipating whatever the hell that's gonna be. I don't wanna be like, I got a shoe company with New Balance.
Oh, he's probably gonna announce his fight versus Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. No.
Oh wait, they're both being bitches.
He's got to face Dillian White. That's what's part of the big announcement.
That's probably what it is, though. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna face Charles Martin next. Like, what the fuck?
Shout out to the Wave God.
Straight up. But yeah, man, I guess this is a good stopping point. It's definitely a good stopping point, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. I want to thank y'all all for joining us. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna let y'all, speak y'all piece, and then, News gonna take us to the home stretch, and that'll be that.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Smoke from @Free Smoke Boxing, and I'll be touching down in Las Vegas this weekend, which will be a good time. So don't ever forget, be the best person that you can be. Tune into all the fights. Tune into all the fade hours. And yes, Smoke speaks the truth. Holla.
Yeah, this boy's faded. But anyways, this is Pascal, the New England representative, man. And yeah, man, sometimes you gotta say no the hard liquor, else you're gonna be in the gym and you're gonna smell it as you're sweating it off doing hard cardio, man. So but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the vodka I drank, man. It's all good. Vodka is wonderful, in moderation. But yes, shout out to, of course, my boys on here. And you can catch me at Ring Gang Radio. You can catch me on the podcast, man. You can catch me on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And on occasion, you can catch me at these live fights, man. We're just trying to see which one we're at next, man. But I'll definitely let you know in advance. So, yeah, love, peace, and soul.
All right, Don Cornelius.
Pat's drunk.
It's all good. What up, though? You already know this is your boy P. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Bodega Boxing. So you already know.
What up, world? It's your boy News representing Ringside Rave all day. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Fade Hour, episode 50. And of course, I'd like to thank the fellas for stopping through, having their drinks and a smoke with me. We'll be back on Wednesday because we got to talk about the most likely the weigh-ins. I'm sorry, I said the weigh-ins. Man, I swear I cannot start my gelato early. Or anyway,
Shout out to
we'll be here
Sour
for the
Diesel.
workouts.
Yo,
Yeah.
news
Right.
got
We'll be here for the
news for the
workouts. You know what I
pause.
mean? The workouts. We'll be here for the workouts and to talk more trash, Max. I'm gonna need my time to talk trash after I
About
see Wilder and Deontay. Wilder got to see Breazeale. He know he gonna talk real reckless. It's fight week. It's fight week, so you know he's gonna be turned up. You know he's gonna be talking crazy to him. And Breazeale usually bring his kids to the fight. I hope he don't bring the kids to this fight.
no, don't do that. No, no, not the
Yeah, right.
kids.
Yeah, I hope you don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
don't
is
bring
this
them
fight.
kids.
Yeah, I'm not. And I
Nah,
ain't trying to say
nah,
it like
because
disrespectfully, but it's like sometimes fights is too heated to bring the kids to. You know what I'm saying? They could skip one. They could skip a fight here and there.
nah. In the words of the great Michael Jordan, fuck them kids.
With that
Fuck
being
them
said, man.
kids.
With that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Fade Hour. It's your boy News. Tuning in Ringside Rave. Subscribe, hit the notification button. We'll see y'all again. We out.
One.
One.